3. Come to page number 3.16, problem number 3. On 30th December 2011, the bank column of A. Phillips cash book showed a debit balance of rupees 461. On 30th December 2011, the bank column of A. Phillips cash book showed a debit balance of 461. Cash book, bank column showing a debit balance. What does it mean? It means payment balance as per cash book. So debit balance in cash book, credit balance in fast book. And the bank statement, on examination of the cash book and the bank statement, when the cash book and the bank statement were compared, we found out some reasons of differences. Checks amounting to rupees 630 which were issued to trade payables and entered in the cash book before 30th December 2011 were not presented for payment until that date. So what happened was, on 30th December, actually it should be 31st December, on 31st December the cash book showed a favorable balance of 461. On the same day passbook, the balance was different. So we have compared the cash book with the passbook and we found out the entries which have caused the difference. We have found out the reasons of the differences which are given to you one by one. Now using these reasons of differences, we should start with cash book balance and we have to arrive at the passbook balance. We are given cash balance now. Using these reasons of differences from cash balance, we have to arrive at the passbook balances. Let us start. You will write bank reconciliation statement of A. Philip as on, I think the problem you have given 30th December, no? 30th December what date? 2011. Particulars, rupees. What is the starting point? Favorable bank balance as per cash book, 461 rupees. Favorable bank balance as per cash book, 461 rupees. Add some items, less some items. Now what will you get as the answer? Bank balance as per passbook. Bank balance as per passbook. Right now we don't know the balance, so I will put a question mark here. Okay. Let us now take transaction by transaction. Checks amounting to rupees 630 which were issued to trade payables and entered in the cash book before 30th December 2011 were not presented for payment until that date. Checks amounting to rupees 630 which were issued to trade payables and entered in the cash book before the BRS date but were not presented for payment until that date. So what happened? Before BRS date, we have issued checks to our suppliers, but the suppliers have not yet presented the checks for payment. As soon as we issue a check, we record it as a withdrawal in the cash book. But a withdrawal is recorded in the passbook only when the checks are presented by the creditors. Okay, so we are starting with favorable balances. We are assuming both the books are showing what balances? Favorable balances. Check issued, withdrawal. Cash book is showing a favorable balance. Withdrawal, balance will reduce. Withdrawal not recorded in the passbook, balance will be more. What should I do to cash book balance to make it equal to passbook balance? Add. So we'll say add. Check issued but not presented for payment. How much?
630.
How much?
630.
630. So for people who are not able to understand, I can show you one more alternative approach. Look at the board. You can start like this. Cash book, passbook. 461 debit balance, 461 credit balance. Assume. Okay. Check issued but not presented for payment. recorded on the payment side of the cash book, but not recorded in the payment side of the passbook. This is deposit, this is withdrawal, this is withdrawal, this is deposit. Deposit. Withdrawal recorded in the cash book, not recorded in the passbook. You can see that the balance of this book has reduced. Debit, credit, no. So balance will reduce. You see here, balance has remained the same, or we can say it is more. So we have started with cash book. You want to make it equal to passbook. You want to make this equal to this book, passbook balance. So put a star mark here. This is the reason of difference. What should I do? I want to make this equal to this, no. So what has happened to this book? This book balance has increased. So cash balance also has to be increased. That is why we are saying add. Is it clear? Let's not change our ways, but that is also one way you can learn the concept. Okay. Next. Checks amounting to rupees 250 have been recorded in the cash book as having been paid into the bank. What do you mean paid into the bank? Deposited into the bank. Okay. Checks amounting to rupees 250 have been recorded in the cash book as having been paid into the bank on 30th December 2011, but were entered in the bank statement only on 1st January 2012. So before 30th December, we have recorded some checks in the cash book as we have deposited in the bank. We have received some checks from the customers before BRS date. We have recorded in the cash book as if we have deposited in the bank. That means we have already recorded as a deposit in the cash book. We are already treating it as a deposit in the cash book. But in the bank, money has not yet come. Money came, but when did it come? After BRS date. So on BRS date, money did not come into the bank, but we have recorded the deposit in the cash book. Favorable balance, both books. Deposit in the cash book, what will happen? Increase, because we started with favorable balances. We said favorable balances will increase with deposits, decrease with withdrawals. Favorable balance in the cash book, deposit, balance will increase. Passbook, no change. What should you do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? Less. Checks deposited but not credited. Checks deposited but not credited. Not credited where? Passbook. Next. A check of rupees 73 had been dishonored prior to 30th December 2011, but no record of this fact appeared in the cash book. Check dishonored. Now my question is, what type of check dishonored? Check issued by us dishonored, or checks received by us deposited and dishonored? Which check am I talking about? Suppose I am issuing a check. See, when I am issuing a check, I should know whether there is balance in my bank or not. If there is balance, I should issue a check. If there is no balance, I assume that we are not going to issue a check. We will assume that we are very good people. We will issue checks only when there is sufficient balance in our books. So it is not checks issued by us. It is checks issued by somebody else. So a customer has given us a check. We deposited the check in the bank, but the check bounced like a cricket ball. Okay. So what has happened? Customer gave us a check. We have deposited the check. The check was dishonored. Bank did not get money on that check. Bank did not pass an entry. But bank should have informed us. Bank should have informed the business. Business, you have deposited a check, but the check has bounced like a cricket ball. You please come and take back your ball. That is what they have to tell us. But they did not inform us. So what will we do normally? I think in the first class itself I discussed. When will we record the check received? On the date of receiving the check, or on the date of depositing the check, or on the date of collecting the money? When will we record an entry? Clearly I told you, we are going to pass an entry on the date of receiving the check. We assume something in our mind. What is what we assume? We assume our accountant is a sprinter. He has gone to the bank, and bank is also a sprinter. Bank has gone to the issuer's bank and they have received the money. We assume that and we record a deposit in our books. But actually in the case of this check, did the check got was the check honored? No. Bank did not receive even a single rupee of money. Bank should have told us, sir, the check which you have deposited has been dishonored. If you have passed any entry in your books, please cancel it. But they did not inform us. So what will happen? As soon as we receive a check, we record an entry in our books. We record it as a deposit. Check was deposited in the bank. But did the bank get money?
No.
So as soon as we received the check, we increased our cash book balance. But did the money come to the bank?
No.
If the bank told us that the check was dishonored, we would also have reduced the balance to make both the books equal. But they did not inform us. We are assuming deposited. Bank, no money has come. What should you do now? Cash book is more, passbook is less. I want to make cash book equal to passbook. So what should I do to the cash book? Less. Everybody understand? Sorry. Check dishonored, not recorded in cash book. How much amount?
73.
What has not been recorded? Check receipt or check dishonored?
Check dishonored.
Next transaction, fourth transaction. A dividend of rupees 38 paid direct to the bank had not been recorded in the cash book. Mr. Philip had invested some money in the shares of some other company. That company has sent some dividends. The dividends came to the bank directly. Bank received the money. Bank passed the entry, but no entry was there in the cash book. Now let us assume both are showing same balance. Deposit in passbook. Balance increases. Cash book, no entry. What should I do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? Add. What will you write? Direct deposit. Direct deposit. Not recorded in cash book. How much amount now? 38 rupees. Bank interest and charges amounting to rupees 42 had been charged in the bank statement but not entered in the cash book. Bank interest and charges amounting to rupees 42 had been charged in the bank statement, not entered in the cash book. Now bank charges, deposit or a withdrawal? Please tell me. Withdrawal. Withdrawal is recorded where? Passbook. Not recorded in cash book. What should I do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? Less. How much? Withdrawal record in passbook. Record the withdrawal in cash book. Both books will become equal. Next. No entry have been made in the cash book for a trade subscription of 10 rupees paid wide banker's order in November 2011. No entry had been made in the cash book for a trade subscription of 10 rupees paid wide banker's order in November 2011. So, bank has made some payments. Bank has made some payments on our behalf. Withdrawal.
Yes. Yes.
See, Mr. Philip has subscribed to some trade magazines, business magazines. Bank has paid the money directly. Withdrawal. Withdrawal record in the passbook. We have started with favorable balance.
Yes.
Withdrawal. Pass balance reduces. What should you do to cash book to make it equal to passbook? How much amount?
10 rupees.
Direct payment. Not recorded in cash book. Seventh transaction. A check for rupees 27 drawn by B. Philip had been charged to A. Philip's bank account by mistake in December 2011. A check for rupees 27 drawn by B. Philip had been charged to A. Philip's bank account by mistake in December 2011. A check for rupees 27 drawn by B. Philip. Who drew the check? B. Philip drew the check. Drawing a check means B. Philip has issued the check. When will you write a check, boss? When you have to make a payment to somebody, no? So B. Philip drew a check. B. Philip issued a check. So the check goes to the bank. Bank makes the payment. Bank should record it in whose account? B. Philip account or A. Philip account? Who issued the check? B. Philip. So bank, when it makes the payment of the check, they have recorded in B. Philip account. But by mistake they have recorded in whose account? A. Philip's account was wrongly debited. See. A check for rupees 27 drawn by B. Philip had been charged to A. Philip's bank account by mistake in December 2011. Check issued by B. Philip went to the bank. Bank has recorded withdrawal. Instead of recording it in B. Philip's account, they have recorded in A. Philip's bank account. Withdrawal record in our passbook by mistake. Balance reduces in the passbook. Cash book, we have not done any mistake. So cash balance is more, pass balance is less. What should I do to cash book now? Less. Error in passbook. How much amount?
27.
Or not? Answer is positive. So what should I call it as? Favorable or overdraft? Favorable. So I'll say bank balance as per passbook, favorable. Favorable, 727 rupees. We will do a very good problem now. Come to page number 3.18, problem number 5. All gadbads you will have in this problem. Page number 3.18, problem number 5. Ramesh. Page number